We're going to cook paella on the Weber. This is your standard 22-inch kettle so many of us all own. I had a lot of people ask me, well, how would we do that? So through trial and error, I've gone ahead and figured out a method, timing, and amounts and so forth. The one item that's essential is the paella pan. This is a carbon steel pan I got from the Spanish table. And then of course, when you do this, make sure your surface is level. Otherwise, the liquid will be to one side. And over here, we've just started the coals. I counted out 60 of these briquettes, and we'll let those get fully ignited, of course, before we put them in the kettle. And we'll also add some more so that we can get one continuous burn instead of having to reload during the middle. If it gets a little hot, that's not too much of a problem because you can vary your liquid amount. I'm going to use 3 cups of dry white rice. Today I'm using arborio. Traditionally you use the Spanish bomba rice or Valencia, which is a short grain white rice. And I'll be adding, traditionally rice is 2 to 1, but by cooking it open, it does cook. You'll need more than that, up to 3 times. I'll start with 7 cups of stock and then add more as I need it. If you add too much, you aren't going to form the all-important socarat. That's the word the Spanish have for the desirable, nice crust on the bottom that gets a mahogany color. Okay, the essential ingredient in paella is the saffron. Here we have saffron here. I buy a 1/2 ounce whenever I need it from Alma Foods. They have really good quality, pretty good value. And what we're going to do is use about 1 gram, which is about like this here. And what I do is I grind it up a little bit. We blend the saffron by putting it in a 1/4 cup of wine and heating it in a pan. Yeah, we're getting the pan hot. See, these other coals will catch and carry through the rest of the cooking. Those others are fully ignited. You go ahead and line the whole pan with some olive oil. We could measure that. That's probably not very typical in paella cooking. Probably at least 1/3 of a cup there, and we'll probably add some more. Now we're going to go ahead and sear the chicken. Yeah, this is boneless dark meat. It's best to use a whole chicken. Bone it out, use the meat in the paella, and then make your stock from the bone and all the carcass. And that way you're getting the best use of it. But I find diners appreciate the convenience of being boneless, so you don't have to deal with the bones. And I also peel the shrimp. There we go. Now we put in the sausage. Chorizo is the traditional Spanish sausage, pork sausage. I'm using a smoked chicken sausage here today. I have some guests who don't eat pork, so no problem. This gives the same effect. It kind of gets it away from the tradition, but we're staying with the basic recipe with just a few variations. And as you can see, a little more oil. The chorizo has vinegar and a hot paprika, and usually all pork. I find linguiça is a great substitute. But it's all about the saffron rice and then the seafood. That's your main classic ingredient. Okay, we got a little bit of color on the sausage. Kind of render some of its juices. So you can see, doing it all in the pan, you retain all of these flavors. Okay, now we're going to brown the onion. There's a couple of medium yellow onions. And once those get going, I'm going to add the garlic. This is about 7 big cloves of fresh garlic. Okay, this is the rice. This is our borio, very similar to the traditional Valencia or Bomba rice. It's a short grain white rice. And what we're going to do is get it in here, and we're going to let it go ahead and toast, caramelize. See, we need just a little bit more oil there. You probably end up using almost a cup of oil by the time you get done. So the rice is getting a good nice toastiness to it. I have these peppers. I pre-roasted these. These are red bell peppers that I roasted, peeled. If I put them in earlier, the liquid wouldn't allow everything to caramelize, so that goes in. Here's the saffron we prepared. Just a little bit of wine. It goes in first. And here I have hot, preheated the stock so it doesn't have to take so long to recover. What I am adding is about 7 cups at this point, and we can add more as needed. Add back in the chicken. And add back in our sausage. There we go. Now we're going to put the shrimp on.
We used to come up and stay at the garage.
Take a minute, a few minutes to cook them.
I remember that.
And we'll put the peas on. You get some fresh ones if you can find them, or frozen seem to work pretty good too. From the simmer, the rice takes 25 minutes to cook. We added the shrimp in the last 10 minutes, and it took 7 minutes for the mussels to open. And now we have a little parsley on top for some color and a little flavor. Well, it looks like we're ready to go. The seafood's cooked. We got a little crust on the bottom. We have accordion music in the background. I think we're going to go ahead and eat.